Ujwalaka was a cart maker. He lived in a small village. Work was scarce. Days turned into weeks, and his anvil remained cold. His family grew thinner, their clothes became more threadbare. Ujwalaka knew he had to act. He decided to leave the village in search of a better life. His wife and children were scared, but they trusted him. With heavy hearts, they packed their meager belongings. They set out with hope flickering in their hearts. The journey was long and arduous. The sun beat down mercilessly. They had little food and water, but Ujwalaka never gave up hope. He knew he had to be strong for his family. He would find a way to provide for them. He had to. The family entered a dense jungle. The air was thick with humidity. Strange sounds filled the air. Suddenly Ujwalaka stopped. He heard a faint cry. He followed the sound. He found a camel lying on the ground. She was in labor. Ujwalaka had never seen a camel in such distress. He knew he had to help. He gently stroked the camel's head. He spoke softly to her. He brought her water. He stayed with her all through the night. As the sun rose, the camel gave birth to a healthy calf. The camel seemed to understand Ujwalaka's kindness. She nuzzled him gently. Ujwalaka knew he couldn't leave them behind. He decided to take them with him. He led the camels through the jungle. He found a path that led back to his village. Ujwalaka's wife was surprised to see the camels, but she was happy that he had helped them. Ujwalaka had an idea. He would sell the camel's milk. It was a good idea. People in the village had never tasted camel's milk before. They loved it. Section 4. The Conceited Calf. Ujwalaka's business thrived. He bought more camels. He had a small herd. He was doing well. He was finally able to provide for his family. The youngest camel was particularly close to Ujwalaka's heart. He had tied a bell around its neck. The bell made a beautiful sound, but the young camel became conceited. It strutted around, proud of its bell. The other camels warned him. "Don't be so proud," they said. "Pride will lead to your downfall." But the young camel wouldn't listen. He loved the sound of his own bell. He thought he was better than the other camels. Section 5. The Lurking Predator. One day, the camels were grazing in the forest. The young camel wandered off. He was so busy admiring his reflection in a puddle that he didn't notice the danger. A lion was watching him from behind a tree. The lion had heard the bell. It was drawn to the sound. The other camels saw the lion. "Run!" they shouted to the young camel. "The lion is coming!" But the young camel was too busy admiring himself. He didn't hear the warnings. Section 6. A Tragic Lesson. The lion pounced. The young camel didn't stand a chance. The other camels watched in horror as the lion dragged their friend away. They were sad, but they knew it was his own fault. He had been warned. Ujwalaka was heartbroken when he heard the news. He had been fond of the young camel, but he knew that his death held a valuable lesson. He gathered his family and told them the story. "Pride comes before a fall," he said. "We must always listen to good advice. Ignoring it can lead to disaster."